Take a deep breath.
Not that many, John. Not that many.
See you on the other side. What happened?
What happened?
Hey, what happened?
It says we're live. And we're live. Bam.
We are live.
Bam.
Hey. Bam. Bam indeed.
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing well, Matt. How are you?
Doing swell.
Well and swell.
John, what about you?
Yeah, John, how are you?
High on life as always.
Just living in the clouds.
Livin.
No, we're not doing that movie again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Well, yeah. I told you I watched Interstellar.
Oh, yeah.
Because I forgot we changed movies, right? I have some other Matt McConaughey quotes in my head at the moment.
Oh, no.
John's like, I already watched Interstellar 5 times, guys.
It was a time warp.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Well, welcome to the Movie Podium, everybody. We're a weekly podcast where we collectively choose a movie to watch, and at the end of the week, we get together and talk about it. It's kind of like a book club.
But for movies.
But for movies.
We also came up with a set of questions to ask ourselves, such as, is this a top 3 or a movie or a podium movie in that respective year? Well, we came up with a movie in 2015 where we actually put it to a choice. Where we had
did a
4
poll.
movies. Yeah, we had a poll on YouTube and Instagram. We had Mad Max. We had
Inside Out.
Inside Out, The Martian, and Creed. So thanks for everybody who voted. We had a ton of votes, and I wasn't surprised by the result.
Thank you, everyone, for not voting for Creed.
Oh, it's such
How
a good
many
movie.
write-ins for Minions?
It was
a
just
few.
you, John.
Well, we're taking it back to 2015. It's my bachelor party in New York City. For some of us, we were blown away, quite literally, by how loud the movie is. And others, like Kevin, well, he fell asleep. And without further ado, we present our next movie.
It is by my hand you will rise from the ashes.
Oh, that's
Man.
just the teaser.
That's so
not the
epic.
trailer either. Woo.
I had to cut it down. I condensed that one. So
Consider me teased.
honestly, I always do.
That was an epic movie. And let's just say that. I mean, I've seen it before, obviously, but like, it just does not stop bringing it.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
It's been a
Yep.
while.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
That
Nice.
wasn't intentional, but I heard myself say it, and I was like, "Oh, I just did this."
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't see that one come in. Nice.
You are so welcome.
Oh, I can't wait to keep adding to our soundboard. It's awesome. Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Well, Daniel, come sing us a song. We need a song.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
We're driving across the desert. Where we're going, we're going to drive back.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Very interesting
Spoiler
choice.
alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Well, I'm your host, Matt Scott. I'm here with my dudes, Eric
That's me. Hi, Matt. Hi, John.
and hello, John.
Hello, John.
I have it here.
Hello, John. Hello, John.
Oh, yes.
It's always better when I'm like, I didn't,
Yeah, we-
I don't. Hold
Fumble,
on.
fumble. Oh, we've recovered.
You're like the real John Heyman where he picks up at his next time.
Oh, yeah, Kevin definitely likes to sleep. He was the only one drinking that day. Also threw up in a limousine. That was fun.
Kevin did.
Yeah. We rode in a limousine. He was kind of hungover. That's a random ass fact. Ready for more?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sweet. Well, this got a 8.1 or a Thor and 1.1.
Thor and 1.1. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
on the Thor
better
scale.
I know, that is. Better than Guardians, better than Warm Bodies, better than the last few movies that we've watched.
Mm-hmm.
And rightfully so. I mean, it was...
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Yep. Yeah, it had a lot of Oscar bait. It actually was up for...
What'd you say?
Oscar bait.
That's not what I call it.
I call it the Terminator. Whatever.
To his their own, right? To his their own. This actually won 6 Oscars. And it was up for Best Picture, Director, and Cinematographer. Daniel liked Guardians better.
I mean,
like
that's
Guardians
fine. Yeah.
better, too. But I think from a polish standpoint, like a critic standpoint, this would be more critically acclaimed. George Miller directed this, which is pretty sweet considering he directed all of the other Mad Max movies, going all the way back to the first one in 1979.
How many were there? Or are there other than this one and the newer one?
There's Mad Max, there's Mad Max 2, and then there's
Electric Boogaloo?
Electric Boogaloo, and then there's Beyond the Thunderdome.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
I
didn't know
think
if that
there's
was
5. I think there's 5.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more, and we'll get into it, obviously, around this movie than just in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of references. There's a lot of homages to the original. Daniel, because it's about tip milk and getting high on spray paint. Yeah, that's an interesting way to sum it up, but it's
Don't
there.
be a bad person.
I'm going to buy Daniel a can of silver spray paint for his birthday.
Witness me.
And I'm going to make Kevin... I'm going to pick this movie again so Kevin has to review it.
Yeah. Kevin must watch this.
Oh, Cody. Oh, yeah. Julie says, Daniel, I think it says more about you than it does what you got from it. Could be. And Cody, I feel like this is rhetorical and he probably actually knows the answer. I don't.
I want to say
3?
0. I'm going to say 0.
I'm going to go 3.
I'm going to say greater than 1.
Wow.
Yeah. I would
Filming.
think...
Hold on. If someone died on the set of a movie, they're not going to finish it. Let alone let 2 other people die.
79 is different back then.
It could be.
Different
true.
times.
What if it's an important movie?
like Mad Max.
Yes. People must see.
They must see
Just
this.
run a little credit at the end that says, in memory of the 2 or 3 bros.
Speaking of a little credit, thanks to all the Patreon members.
Ooh, yes.
We appreciate all the support you guys give, and yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. If you want Kevin's phone number, again, DM Dave on Instagram.
Yep.
He'll give it to you.
Calling all Kevins. Daniel does have a point. Owen Hart died and they kept wrestling. The show must go on sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's not wrong. But if it was a movie production, I don't think they would still go on.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Did they finish filming with The Crow 2? Electric Boogaloo?
Good question. Oh,
I
the Crow? I mean, he died in the original, right?
I don't know. I thought it was 2.
No,
Electric
it was the
Boogaloo.
first one.
Okay. So they must have finished it then.
Yeah, I feel like it was like the last shot, though. It was like almost post-production, but it was a live round or whatever.
Wow, that's great. It's like, hey, we've got this all wrapped.
Brandon Lee.
We need to shoot some more.
Yeah.
Boom. You're dead.
Yeah, exactly. So, speaking of effects, this had about 80% of the effects or special effects were practical, including most of the stunts, makeup, and sets.
Wow, so those people actually got ran over by trucks?
In some fashion, apparently.
Wow.
Maybe that was the 20%.
There was a quick cut, and they were dolls getting run over by models.
Dude, speaking of stunts, I would love to go on one of those swingy pole things.
Oh, yeah.
That would be awesome.
That looked like a lot of fun.
Where they board the other thing.
Yeah. Looks
Yeah,
like
that
a
was
lot of
cool.
fun.
So,
yeah, the post-apocalyptic future looks real fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Looks a lot like Australia.
Wonder where they filmed this.
Yeah.
If you notice, Nux loses his body paint throughout the film.
Yes, he does.
This is supposed to indicate him regaining his humanity.
Yeah. That's a subliminal thing. I caught that. I remember that from the first time I watched it.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Warm bodies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird. That's very weird, but yeah. I guess he likes characters that bring him humanity. He's also the Beast.
Hey, that's his
Yeah.
sweet spot. That's where he makes his money, his bread and butter.
Yeah, apparently. All right, Cody, here's one for you and anybody here. Can you guess the body count?
In the movie, oh wow. I'm going to say 75. That was way low. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to say 250.
I'm going to say 199 because I was thinking definitely triple digits.
It is triple digits, 110.
Oh, John won.
Ooh.
Oh, this just came in, actually. We have a new Patreon member about 2 days ago, our friend Seth, which we will add to our scrolling list.
Thank you,
So welcome,
Seth.
Seth.
Thank you, Seth-san.
So the body count, 110, including 34 killed by Max and 32 killed by Furiosa. He barely got her on that kill count. 34 and 32. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rambo 4. Cody
Rambo,
has-
I think it was like 100 some. Rambo
Yeah.
4 was crazy, but we've watched movies that are more.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't like South Park really high?
Maybe.
Because
Yeah,
of
it's
that
been
war
like
scene?
Lord of the Rings where you can just animate like
Oh, yeah. That's
Hordes
true. Thousands.
falling.
Yeah.
Right, that's 1,000.
Less
a
than
good
Rambo
point.
4. Is that still the highest? Cody, no, it's John.
Also, I
just had
remember, Eric, we saw that in theaters together. Rambo
4? Yeah.
in Parkersburg.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's ridiculous.
It's
Insane.
I want to watch it again because it's just ridiculous.
It's pretty much nonstop killing.
Yeah.
Once he gets going, he doesn't stop.
Right. Cody
Scares me on.
also mentioned John Wick. We should get one of you guys in the chat. Why don't you look up the top body counts?
Well,
While we
the
go
first
on.
one is Ice-T's band called Body Count.
Fair.
And then I don't know what the rest of them are.
Right. Last one I have. Furiosa mentions that she's been gone for around 7,000 days that she remembers. That equates to about 19 years, which, we get to see how she gets kidnapped in the latest Mad Max installment that just came out, Furiosa, which was awesome as well. So it's kind of cool that the sequel it's a prequel, but it's cool that it does build off of her story.
Yeah. I didn't see that one.
It's awesome. It just came out. I think it's actually on
Yeah.
Max or wherever the...
Mad Max?
Matt.
I think it's available for free now.
Yeah, I think so.
So go watch it. It's a blast.
Free.
Return of the King has 836 on-screen deaths.
Nice.
Wow. What about Saving Private Ryan?
This is going to a real dark place.
All right. With that, let's go to our questions. First question. Favorite thing about the movie? John?
I mentioned it a little earlier, and that's the world around the movie that you get a strong sense of. Even though it's like centered around just a drive, you get all these hints of like what the world is like and why they're doing what they're doing. You know, they're focused on gasoline, water, and bullets.
Yep. Big guzzlers.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Matt's focused on guzzling.
I know a little guzzler.
Yeah. No, you got a good point, though. Eric, what about you?
My favorite thing was how the movie looked. The visual the whole thing, like the colors are super saturated. It's very yellow and orangish. There are a lot of shots that are filmed or that are sped up. You can tell, but it all kind of coalesces into this really cool, like just unique looking movie. And I haven't seen the first ones, so I don't know if that's like a carryover from them or if this is like a new interpretation, but I really like it.
It's pretty similar.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. And it's kind of crazy that this didn't win Best Cinematography. The guy from The Revenant actually won.
Yeah,
Movie?
The Revenant.
The Revenant.
Oh, The Revenant was this year?
Yeah.
Oh.
Brandon Lee died filming The Crow. They finished the movie. It's terrible.
Thank you, Coder.
And Daniel also builds on that. Sure, goth kids love it. Hey, no hating on the goth kids. I actually thought it was a decent movie. I mean, he gets revenge and then dies in real life, but it's not a bad movie.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about this movie, Matt?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
It's similar to what John said. I mean, I'm a big post-apocalyptic fan, or for movies at least, not real life.
No, real life's gonna be really crappy.
That'll be great.
I'm not gonna get very far.
Oh, Daniel's talking about the new Crow movie. Yeah, I heard it was bad. Fair enough. Yeah, I thought this was just an awesome movie. I love the narration at the beginning. It kind of gives us that rundown of everything. I love all the themes, like violence is power, how these bad guys treat everything like it's property, which I don't like that in real life, obviously, but it does speak.
Makes for a real good bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a satire, right? It's pointing out sad truths that we see a lot, right? Like the girls with breast milk. I mean,
they're
just
reduced
property.
primal instincts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. So from a movie standpoint, that all I like all of the storylines and the themes and how it's a satire, basically. And so kind of what John said.
Yeah, it is very satirical. I didn't think of that.
Show me authority.
Kind of, subtly like injected in there because it's like permeated their culture and it's normal that they're like, V8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not as much as Kevin. That's fair. I only like it from a movie standpoint. Next category. Least favorite thing about the movie.
Matt, why don't you tell us your least favorite thing about the movie?
Yeah, I'll go first. So I think it's a little ADD for me. I mean, I think an 8 is perfect. I think the 2 points away from a 10 is that it's just a little chaotic and loud at times, and there's just a lot of moving parts. And so
that's what it is, though.
Oh yeah, I know, and that's
it.
why it's an 8 instead of a 10 for me, at least. But no, it's still a really entertaining movie. But there's just sometimes where I kind of lose grip of it just because you have to hold on, and sometimes it's a little chaotic for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Eric, what about you?
I said, give me one sec. I said Tom Hardy's voice. Just not even
Yeah,
the intro. The intro
that's
is
fair.
fine. The narration's fine, but like the way that he delivers lines, the rest of the movie is bad. It's just bad. And then also
hilarious.
the pacing. I feel like this could have been a quicker movie, but I feel like they tried to lengthen it, but like
Yeah.
I think it would have worked
I
so
agree.
well if they I don't know, truncated some of those, like, you know, the less intense parts.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it did
Same
seem
here.
a little long for what it was.
Yeah, it was only 2 hours and a minute, and I'm like, this feels long.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, Cody talked about so I was going to ask this later on. So you haven't seen it, Eric, the original?
No, I have not.
Oh man. Yeah, I agree. You do kind of have to watch them. They do get better and they're all entertaining. There's a lot of talk on the loudness. I wish Kevin was here. Really do. How do you
Kevin
sit through
hates
this?
loud things.
Like those damn dirt bike kids.
Those
again.
dirt bike kids.
Yeah, most of the sound in this movie is basically just deafening noise.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
subtitles were my friend here,
100%. 100%.
That's hilarious.
especially with that Aussie diction.
Yeah, exactly. John, what was your least favorite thing?
There's a couple things that just, I know this whole movie is ridiculous, but there are a few things where I'm just like, could this, for one, just a couple things not, I mean, even for this movie, a little too unrealistic.
Whoa, let's hear it.
When
Okay.
Nux is filling up his car with gasoline, basically,
Guzzling.
flare in there. And he stopped him from pretty much igniting the gasoline with the flare, but they get rear-ended and flip.
Oh yeah.
None of that gasoline splashes on the flare whatsoever. There's no explosion. It's also a really big buzzkill that they build up to the explosion, and there is none.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yep,
then
that's
similar to
fair.
that, a little later when they're fighting, Nux and Max are chained up together and they're fighting all the ladies, and he finally gets control of the gun and he wastes 3 bullets just shooting into the ground to get them all to calm down. And I'm wondering, why wouldn't you immediately start picking off one of the, few people who are just fighting against you and even up the numbers a little bit?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just picked those things up and moved on. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
one of the few, several illogical things in this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a few of those. We got guzzling here. Theme of the night, guzzling. Next category. Who won the movie?
Got a guzzling down this water.
Oh yeah.
Guzzling.
John, back to you.
I couldn't pick one because,
Well, you got to.
okay, so there's our 2 schools of thought here. Within the story of the movie, I think it's obvious who won the movie there. Well, maybe not, but it'd be Max. But as far as the production of the movie, I just couldn't pin it on a single person.
Yeah, a lot of people do, right?
So much about this movie was good that it, outside of the movie universe of it and what made it successful, I couldn't tell you who the winner was. But canonically, it'd be Max, of course. His name.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. His name's the movie.
Yeah, I said Max.
The
I
movie.
mean, for the obvious reasons. He got a new movie named after him, and he took out Morton Joe and his cronies. Now, I will say, though, I do agree. I mean, you could argue Nux. Eric, who did you have for
I had the citizens of the Citadel
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah,
they
you
got
could- that's a good
water
point.
back.
Right. Yeah, that's a good answer
win.
too.
And they
Don't
got
get
to
addicted to it.
yeah, they got to rip the fucker apart.
Right. Oh yeah, that's awesome too.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you could say Furiosa because she got away and saved everybody. You could say Nux because he went from bad to good and saved the day as well. I mean, there's a lot of good answers. So, oh man, those are fighting words. Yeah.
Mad
Boy,
Max is greater than Lord of the Rings.
Boy, I know some people will disagree there.
Incorrect. Period.
Ooh, I don't know. I love me some Smokey in the Band. No, Lord of the Rings is awesome. All right, next category. This is a pretty interesting one for this. Favorite song moment or score scene? Don't. I feel like there's one answer, Eric.
Anytime the guitar player is on screen
Yeah.
with the
Yes.
double neck guitar throwing flames, anytime that person is on screen is the best part of the movie.
By a mile. I don't think. Yeah, Daniel says. I mean, I think we're like. I don't even notice anything else. I mean, it's just noise. It's just loud.
Yeah,
noise.
it's just loud, deafening noise.
But there's that part, and
Yep.
I love in that scene where, like, I mean, you have a line of cars, and just one of them is the clear rock and roll car. Like I mean, it's just like they're just here to play music.
Yeah, he's literally on a stage with a
Yeah,
bunch of like
right.
speakers behind him, strapped to a bungee cord with a guitar that throws flames. Like,
They're just
What the
providing the
hell?
audio to the chase. I mean, like literally.
He's got one job.
he does it well.
Yeah.
John, did you have anything else? That was mine too.
I actually thought the music was pretty good when they meet up with
that's
the
fair.
band of
Good point.
women hold out
Yeah,
in the wilderness, and they're like, Furiosa's learning that this green place is no longer exists, and there's this big emotional, like rising operatic. Her whole myth
Yeah.
she's built this
Yeah.
journey on is gone.
yeah.
Which I thought was good. It also helped out a lot in the moment because I feel like she needed a lot of help to be like, yeah.
This place isn't.
This halfway point of the movie means something because we're
Yeah,
That's fair. Yeah, that's a good point. I some of that I just kind of tuned out. I didn't even
Yeah.
notice.
100%. Same.
Yeah.
well.
This
I did
is
watch
definitely
it
another
4
theme.
times.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say John did. Yeah,
Really studied it.
John is our studier, our
Studious John.
more than he ever did in class. What about the next category? Does this movie get made now? Well, I feel like this is another one where it's like, well, duh. We just had a new movie come out, and I was gonna ask if you like this better than the original, but it sounds like that's
I do.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I do too, but just because there's more involvement of the storyline. And the first one, it's kind of slow, and you're kind of left to figure it out on your own for a lot of it. It's still pretty cool and desolate if you like that, but this one's a little more involved.
Yeah.
Talking about like the Mel Gibson one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one in '79, the original.
Right, because I think I've seen it and probably forgot, but this one sticks better because it's just to me, more entertaining, more modern movie with more of a ooh and ah factor.
Right, and it's really, I can't say enough, it's really cool that George Miller got to do it again. So he technically, and I mean, it's not a remake, it's a new story. But, like, it's kind of cool to have the director, whatever, 36 years later or whatever, or 26 years later, make a new movie, it's 36, make a new movie about the same stuff. Like, that's a big jump. Most of the time, Hollywood wants a new director, a new actor, like, everything's new. So it's kind of cool to see how he revamped it and made it more cinematic here.
Right.
Yeah.
That probably made it that. would probably be a big reason why it was a successful remake or reboot, I would think, because they're like, all right, do what you did before, but with better tools.
Yeah, basically, like, and I'm sure he's been sitting on it for a couple of years, right? Like thinking,
Oh,
what
yeah.
would I have done
What could I
better?
have done better.
Yeah, Star Wars.
I'm gonna make everyone die by falling in the sand as they're traveling at high speeds. That's what's gonna make it better. Also, the guitar guy with a bunch of speakers. Just give me this movie of him. I want to know what he does back at the Citadel.
That would be sweet. All right, next category. Favorite line of the movie. John?
So they're driving at night. I think it's right before they get attacked by the bullet farmer, and Nux is driving the rig up. They're looking for some landmark. He's like, I think it's up past this thing here. And one of the girls goes, he means a tree. Yeah, tree. That just got me because I'm like, that is the first tree we've seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense why you wouldn't know the word for it.
Well, again, his vocabulary is limited, just like in Warm Bodies. Kind of funny.
Yeah.
I said, witness me, and they say it a few times, and but it's got a pretty big meaning behind it. So, I mean, when they first use it, it's when the war boys are about to perish, kind of like, pumping themselves up to prepare to die. But it's kind of cool at the end when Nux says it during the climax where he whispers it, and it's, more about witness me helping and saving my soul or whatever however you want to look at it. But I like the last time it's said. I think there's a lot of meaning there, and it's cool. His story arc's one of the best, so I like that.
Right. I love it. It's a totally different sacrificial deaths, where it's like the first one, he's like, they're killing themselves for something greater than them, which really doesn't give a shit about them. And later he's sacrificing for someone, just one person he really cares about.
Yep.
I think that's a great one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And Daniel says, I don't remember any actual words. Yeah, that's true. It's a lot of...
Well, Max just communicates in grunts throughout most of the movie.
Yeah. Also, Cody missed the first fact, or one of the first facts. I did mention that it won 6 Academy Awards, but lost out on cinematography, director, and Best Picture. I don't know the fourth, but those are the big ones.
It doesn't matter what the fourth is.
It's a good.
I think it was right after John's quote where the bullet farmer's coming for them. I think it's during that he says, I am the scales of justice, the conductor of the choir of death.
That is pretty epic.
That was my up for the score, because it's some classical song that they use a lot. That's it's epic.
It was
that is
that was epic.
That reminds me of that reminds me of Lord of War with Nicolas Cage, where he talks about that because he supplies weapons. Mm-hmm. I had another line. It was, do not, my friends, get addicted to water. And John mentioned it earlier, but I just thought that was just a really cruel thing to say. Like, this guy is like not even letting them drink water. It's just so messed up. But that one stuck with me on the messed up scale.
Bringing their bowls, like, please, and he just lets out a little.
And then what's the one of the most famous ones that Nux says? What is the exact line? It's a new day, or what does he say? It's a bright day or new day.
Oh yeah,
what is that like?
I know what you're talking about. Like,
what a brilliant day, or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously, we know it.
Breaking loose is not really a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's about hell breaking loose. It's like when he's still a war boy and they're about to jump the car, and he says, it's a new day, it's a whatever it is. But that's one of the ones that everybody talks about. But apparently we didn't pay attention.
It's
I
a
never
new
pay attention.
day. Yes, it is.
Yeah, New Day.
What a day, a
there
lovely
it is.
day.
Thank you, Cody. I knew somebody would get it. Yeah, that one's a big quote in this one. What a lovely day. Next category,
Let's do it.
most rewatchable scene. Hear it?
I said when they're driving, I think it's through the canyon, and the motorcycles are jumping over the war rig, dropping bombs on it.
Yeah.
That was really cool. But
Yeah.
also, yes, Daniel is correct. Fire guitar.
My answer was fire guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I just also on that point, something I really like is, and I don't think there's a lot of reasoning behind it, but I like how they're all just in a really big line, like in Wacky Racers, the old cartoon. Like I just picture all of the cars in just one line and nobody's passing each other, and I just for some reason I think it's a hilarious like war tactic, like old times, or they're just in line versus line. So I thought there's some similarities there, so I thought that was funny.
Yep.
Big wacky racer guy. You can never have enough fire target. Exactly. John,
I'm gonna quote that.
do you have anything? Yeah.
I'm looking for the bullet farmer scene because that's my A3 repeat where he's just basically had his eyes shot out on the blindfold.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Just they start charging, he's dual wielding and throwing everywhere. And that song, which I'll not be able to describe it, but I guess it was in like the full trailer, but it's like a classical song used a lot just for, epic scenes such as these. It's a great-
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and overall, just the action scenes in general are all awesome. I mean, again, it's so intense.
Very.
The entire movie. I mean, from when she first goes out on that run,
Yeah.
and you're like, wait, she's going somewhere else. From that moment, it's chaos.
Which is like very quickly
Oh, it's
after
very
the
early.
beginning.
Yeah,
Like
it's
they just get right into it.
Right. It's like, all right, explain the movie or explain what happened. Okay, go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're off. Next category. Most likely to be the off-screen drunk. Well, he's not here, Kevin. So
Kevin. It's Kevin.
Yeah, no Dave. So yeah, it's Kevin. Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Cooking with Kevin. Cooking with Kevin.
We were recently on a podcast that's going to be coming out here soon that we're excited about. Sort of Kind of Funny is the name of the podcast. And we talked about Kevin's song and the video Cooking with Kevin. So afterwards, I actually sent it to them. I haven't heard any response back.
You'll never hear from them again.
You're like, this is just too weird. We're just gonna scrap the episode.
Because in one of the first things he says is fucking tater tots. I was like, oh, I forgot about that line. So I'm curious what they
he's
thought.
not wrong. Fucking tater tots.
Curious what Cooking with Kevin thought. John, who was the most likely to be off-screen drunk for you?
I think it was the little telescope dude.
That was me too. That's what I said.
So he doesn't get to go out on the raid. He just gets to like sit up there looking through his spyglass and what else to do but sip on some drink.
I said that because he's not going anywhere else.
Everyone's on screen like
Yeah.
the whole time. I don't think there's much. Probably some of them are drinking, but they're on screen.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, this is a good one. We got to learn how to throw up a poll. Tater tots or
Tater
French fries?
tots. Wow.
I know
Tater
how to
tots
throw
are
up.
better than French. I don't think that's true. I would say no.
Well, I like sweet potato fries the best.
Oh gosh, yes.
There's
Those
a
are
whole
100% the best.
World of French fries.
Man, we'll have to figure out how to do a poll. I think if you are actually on YouTube again, because I'd love to see what people think on
Hot
that.
take from
Yeah.
Coder.
What is going? Oh, The Revenant is dog shit compared to Mad Max. Cinematography, Oscar robbed. I don't disagree. I mean, I think The Revenant was okay, but from a cinematography standpoint, this was wild. So,
Well, I mean, Cody is an Oscar-winning cinematographer, so I think he's right.
also, he thinks tater tots are better than Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's hilarious. I would go tater tots. Fucking tater tots, I think.
Fucking tater tots. Against French fries?
Not sweet potato fries, but regular French fries, yeah.
Okay.
That's a tough call, though. Daniel's triggered. I know. All this Lord of the Rings talk.
Yeah, you're gonna
It's
make
got
him
hot and bothered.
jump off the stream.
Eric, who is most likely to be off screen drunk for you?
You know, I said Kevin, but I love your guys' answer, so I'm just gonna go with that guy too.
I tried looking it up and I gave up after a quick second. I was like, I'll just say the guy in the chair.
Yeah.
Also, he like hangs out with Immortal Joe or Immortan Joe.
Yeah.
So obviously he has all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
So he has the whiskey.
Yeah, he has the access to it.
Sure.
Right.
So it's got to be one of them, and the only one that's on screen very little is that guy.
Yeah.
All right, next category. Let's cast our friends. John?
Oh, okay. I have Matt. You are Rictus.
Rectum?
That's his name. His full character name is Rictus Erectus. He's the big buff dude who drinks the breast milk and goes moo.
Yeah, that guy is awesome.
He'll throw nuts onto the rig.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Obviously, I thought about making Eric him because bald.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good call.
Eric, you're obviously the guitar dude, though.
Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
Guitar dude.
Yes. 100%. If
I
If
can't
no-
believe I didn't say that.
did you really not say that?
No,
I'm actually mad. I'm actually mad at you.
Did you just not cast the guitar dude?
I actually didn't. Dang, I can't believe I failed.
Oh boy.
It's definitely-
wow.
He's
I
such a
know.
huge part of this movie.
I know. Yeah, I
He
know,
is
right?
the movie.
He's in like 2 minutes, and that's all we've talked about for the last 40.
So
It's fair.
I have Kelv is Nux because he's indefatigable, undeterred. Once he's got something in his head, he's going to die on the road to Valhalla.
That's fair.
Daniel is Furiosa because he does a heel turn on Immortan Joe. And then because I ran out of people and because hot, Dave is Max.
And also, Daniel likes, what do you say? Breast milk and I don't know, there's whatever else it was. Yeah. That's Daniel. Oh, yeah, this is a good point. Kevin is anyone sleeping in the movie. Also fair.
He's not the guitar guy when the guitar guy's hanging out.
He didn't even
I don't know if
that
he's
happened.
sleeping. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's sleeping there, but that's not Kevin. That's me.
Oh,
my
I
God.
love that. How he's just like hanging out and they're like, be right. He's like, let me get my guitar on.
I know. Eric, what about you?
I said similar things. Matt, I said you're Rictus because you're the big guy who just doesn't fucking give up. And then I said Dave is Max because he's a survivor He does what needs to be done to get shit done. And I'm pretty sure I've heard him communicate in grunts, just like Max did. And then last, I said Daniel was actually Nux, not Kevin. I disagree with John's casting because Nux actually takes it upon himself to turn from what he's seen, you know, not from what people have told him to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's actually taken it upon himself to be like, oh, what the hell? No, this isn't right.
Yep.
So he turns good. And I think that would be Daniel rather than Kevin, because Kevin would be he'd spray paint teeth, just fucking jumping on the car.
Kevin's a hardcore war boy.
Yeah.
He's a war boy.
A proud boy, war boy.
Oh God, no! Kevin is not a proud boy.
I know. He's not here.
I know. I just want to clarify that.
No, he's not. All right.
He's a boy.
So I said Kevin was Max. I said he'd be the one to grind his way out of that shithole.
Yeah.
I said Eric was Furiosa, trying to take all the babes to a better place.
Boo. Fuck you. I hate this casting.
I have John is Nux, just happy to be there. Didn't know he was bad. He was just born into it. He's a half-lifer. And I had Cody is Morton Joe. Of course, he'd be the one that keep all the good shit to himself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Fair.
Kevin has never changed his mind. Exactly.
And this is pure Seort. Daniel did have a good point. That is Seort. Spray paint teeth. Check those grills, Chucky.
I love when Morton Joe spray paints Nux's teeth for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
it's
like,
so
go into battle. Like,
yeah, that's so messed up.
And then then he jumps on he gets thrown onto the rig, and he does something bad, and the guy's like mediocre, and then he just runs away.
I love that. Yeah, that's such an insult. It's like a PG insult in a rated R movie.
It's like the third time he's tried and failed to die gloriously.
Yeah.
That's right, Julie. You tell him.
I am pretty furious about this casting.
Wow. All right, 2 categories left. First, we got, is this a podium role for any of the top billed cast members?
First, Cody does have a good question. How do they have so much spray paint in the apocalypse?
It's very important.
That's true. And if people are sacrificing themselves that much for a Morton Joe, like, they're running through cans of the spray paint like crazy.
It's water, gas, spray paint. Top 3 liquids.
It's gasoline, not
gasoline.
gas.
No, yeah, sorry. First, I have Tom Hardy. I said yes. This is probably his biggest role, or one of, at least. I mean, Bane's another one, of course.
Yeah.
He was in Bronson. Oh, Daniel says Tom Hardy only had 1 podium role, Bane. Yeah, this Bane. And then I had him in Warrior. Have you guys seen this movie?
I don't think so.
It's really good. He's a MMA fighter. And he enters a tournament and has to fight his estranged brother. It's really, really good movie.
Okay.
Highly rated on IMDb as well. Not just Matt likes 5.0 IMDb fight movie. It's pretty good.
He was also in The Revenant.
Yeah, he was.
He's the bad guy.
Yeah, he was up for a supporting actor in that.
The Venom series.
They're big, but I imagine they're bad, right?
Big and bad.
Yeah, he is good in The Revenant. That's a good point.
Yeah, this has got to be at least as good, probably better than Venom, his other big.
Oh, yeah, I would agree.
He had a decent role in Inception as well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think that's a little too small for like a
I think so. It is mentionable, though. He has a good list. I mean, there's a lot of good movies, and he has a pretty good role in most of them. Next, we have Charlize Theron. I said yes. She is a pretty good list. But this one kind of put her back on the map in a way, and it's just so far out there. I feel like it's a cool, good call for her.
Yeah,
she
my
has
gut-
the best. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say my gut is yes, but it's definitely behind That Thing You Do. That's gold right there.
Wow,
for her.
Good point. I was gonna say Monster is gold for her because it's like one of the most famous roles of anybody in the last 20 years, but for her especially. That's a good point, though. I forgot she was in That Thing You Do. I also had Italian Job as a big one for her.
Oh yeah.
Also, Legend of Bagger Vance, the golf movie, which not actually. That's more of a personal podium.
Yes.
Mr. Oldguard, Atomic Blonde. Atomic Blonde is really up there. Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't seen Mr. Oldguard.
Monster.
Oh, Monster. Okay. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I agree with maybe one or two of those.
She actually played Mister in that movie.
Monster.
Devil's
Prometheus.
Advocate.
Yeah, Devil's Advocate was good. Yeah. She was the Keanu Reeves girl in that one. That was cool.
I wish I had Keanu's girl.
And then we have Young Adult is really good. When we had Nicholas Hoult, who we just talked about, he was in Warm Bodies, and it's funny, 2 years later we get him in this. Almost virtually the same role, just a little wackier. But
It's
when
not
we
the-
talked,
It's like he
I
did
don't-
a lot of like.
it's actually not. I know.
Did he like do his own stunts or something? Or it looked like this was.
I don't know. He probably, or at least to some extent.
Yeah.
Hard to say. But we talked about him already, and we said yes for sure.
Yeah.
And we also said him as the Beast in the X-Men franchise.
Yep.
And I think it's those three still. I don't think anything's changed since we've watched zero other of his movies.
Since like last week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. Charlize Theron is awesome. She's a great actress.
Yeah.
She can do it all. And then the last one I mentioned, just because I thought it was cool to see her, was the young Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, she's in there.
She's recently a Catwoman in The Batman.
The Batman.
The Batten.
Also, she was in X-Men First Class and the Divergent series.
Ooh. Yeah. I wouldn't say that this one is on her podium though, because like
No,
I don't think she has
she's
a big
not.
enough role.
No. I would agree with that.
Right, yeah, she top billed. I think we're getting.
No, she's
Oh,
not.
yeah,
I just wanted to mention her. She's
Right,
not top billed. Fair enough.
But
My bad.
she is.
I've been
kind
the
of in
lines.
a lot, and she's one of the standout like ladies that they're hauling around the desert.
Yeah.
Yep. Charlize Theron in Prometheus is awesome too. Yeah, so many good roles. All right, last category. Does this movie podium in the year 2015? It is her in Arrested Development. John?
Yes,
Nice.
and joining it on my podium is The Martian and The Big Short.
Nice.
In what order?
I don't know.
Depends on the day or the night.
I think I'd put this at the top of my podium because it's like the biggest complete movie for me.
Yeah.
Like those basically are all like very story heavy, I guess. I mean, Big Short is all story. It's very mundane.
Yep.
But this has like a story and just knock your socks off action too. So
Yeah, that's
I put
always
it
the
at
best.
top, I guess.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, anybody in the comments want to give their top 3 movies, please do.
Yeah.
By all means, let's hear them. Eric, what about you?
This was difficult. I said yes, it does. I think
2 for 2.
yeah, I think I'm trying to think of which one's number 1. Okay, so I think number 3 would be Inside Out.
Nice.
Also, sidebar, have you guys seen the new Inside Out?
Yes.
Parts of it.
Yes.
The character Embarrassment, with the gray hoodie, and he's pulling over. I was offended by that character. And when that character came on, Julie, my wife, just started giggling. My wife started giggling in the theaters, and she's like, "Yep, that is you, 100%. That's just you."
Did you
They stole your
my
your-
likeness.
Yeah, your likeness.
Yeah,
They don't have lawyers.
probably not.
No, that's hilarious.
So that's number 3. Number 2, I think, is The Revenant. Number 2 is
Okay.
The Revenant,
Nice.
just because I geeked out over the cinematography in that, this was like back in prime Eric geeks out about cinematography days.
Yeah. Yep.
And then number 1 is Mad Max.
Wow. Nice. 2 number 1s. Daniel has the Marion, I think it's the Martian. But I'll laugh at it anyway. Sorry. If it was a text, that'd be...
It's not the Marion, it's Marion.
Mark Marion. We got Fury Road and the 3 at the Big Short.
Marion.
Cody has Mad Max, Sicario, Revenant, all 10 out of 10. And you're right. This is a pretty loaded year, and that's why we threw up a poll. We were like, all right, these would be the 4 that we would want to review. But there were a lot that we didn't review or put up there, like The Big Short, that we think are good movies, but
And
just
Minions.
maybe not good watches. And Minions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars 7.
Don't
That leads
lose
me
the
to
battle.
mine. So my top 3. This did not make my podium, actually.
Ooh, okay.
This is an outside looking in. My number 3 is Creed, of course.
Of course.
Can you take me higher?
Hey, they're touring, and they're going to be in Cleveland soon. Just keep
Oh,
seeing them
nice. You know, last time, I can't even remember last time I saw Creed.
It's been a while.
It has been.
Oh, my God. Nice. Oh, Julie had Creed, too. Hell yeah. Dude, it's an awesome movie. I was kind of sad, but I knew it wouldn't win. Number 2, I had The Force Awakens, Star
Nice.
Wars 7,
Yeah.
as Cody put it.
Interesting.
I just-
take.
Yeah, I like the reboot. I don't know. I was really excited. I didn't have that
Yeah.
high of expectations, and then I thought I saw it in theaters, and I thought it was fun. It was entertaining. There was some good throwback or callbacks. It was a blast.
Yeah.
And then my number 1 is same as Daniel's, The Martian. There's
The Marion? Or
the
Marion. sorry.
the Marion. Yeah, because I just love the soundtrack. I love the
Yeah.
comedy, the drama, the space space stuff. There's a lot of good in it, and Matt Damon's awesome and hilarious. So it's so good.
Yeah.
And
Man
yeah,
versus nature.
I agree. I thought 7 really set up was awesome for the next 2. I don't think the next 2 were as good, but it was a good setup. And Cody's throwing out more movies, which agreed. There are quite a few.
Spectre. Oh,
Oh,
boy.
did I?
What'd you do?
Oh no, I went down.
We've lost contact.
Well, Matt has...
Good timing. My battery's on the way.
Yeah. Matt has ran out of battery, so thank
Perfect
you
timing.
all for watching.
It'll be 9 months before we can send a rescue mission.
Thanks. Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Well,
Hello,
thanks
John.
everybody for watching. We had a blast. Thanks for hopping in on the comments, everybody. Cody, Julie, Daniel. Thanks all our Patreon. Thanks Seth for our new Patreon. And later, guys.
Bye.